We are live, we are live, we are live, and we got to get into this one about Joe Budden and one of his podcast buddies, apparently. They got into it something vicious, arguing over a woman. Something that men, let alone successful men in general, successful men specifically, ain't no way in hell they should be doing this. Got heated, equipment getting thrown, they pounding the fist on the table. They try to say it wasn't about a woman, but it was about a woman. So we about to get on into that. Strap on in. Let's go.
Why are you not just believing your friend?
Let me stop.
Why are you not just believing your friend? And why do you keep? Why is it a repeated issue that you believe women
Can you see his
when
point
your
of not
friend is
believing
telling you
her?
something?
You
keep
I'm
doing
asking
that.
you.
Stop.
Yo,
Did the girl say he tried to fuck her or something?
absolutely.
Yes. That's why he's sitting there acting light skinned.
Bro.
The fuck are we talking about?
Joe Budden accusing somebody acting light skinned is kind of funny. I mean, it's weird there. Shout out to LB Crypto. I see you in there. I see you in there. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. Let's go with this. This is about to get wild, but we gotta have a talk. One about, you know, the whole idea, like he's gaslighting like never before. And the whole idea of men when it comes to a woman that one of your homeboys, RW in the building, shout out to you, one of your homeboys messed with, and now we gotta get into it. Let's go.
Keep screaming.
Light skin bullshit.
And stop.
So hold up. Wait. Now I gotta wait. Let me ask you
You're
one
about
question.
to piss me off, and I'm gonna start screaming back at you.
Wait, can I ask a question real
stop.
quick?
This is about
So you
you
can't even
always
ask a
saying you not coming behind us when we fuck with a bitch. You knew I fuck with the bitch. You met the bitch through me, and you came behind her. You should have never kissed her. If that's your instance.
You
Yo,
keep ignoring me
what's
saying
wrong with y'all niggas sitting here
I have
acting like I'm
not
crazy? This nigga be fucking lying.
Ish, I don't know this girl from you.
You do. You met her through me.
telling
You get
you
the
I don't.
convenient amnesia. So any bitch I
No,
fuck behind
Ish,
you, I don't know
no,
neither.
no.
I ain't meet him through you.
No, Ish, that's your
See how
bad.
easy that be?
You like fucking
You see
behind
how easy
niggas.
that be?
You like
I
fucking
don't,
behind
though.
niggas.
I don't. I like women.
I don't even ask niggas.
I like women.
Yo, you fuck?
So
How
what?
really?
I don't do
So-
none of that.
so-
That's your bag. Stop trying to
I'm
put
not
me
saying
in
it's
your
not.
bag.
You do it
I'm
to me
not
every
in your
day.
bag. I didn't try to fuck your little mutt from the streets.
Oh.
I had a kiss, and you emotional about it.
I'm not-
Like you keep being emotional
Yo,
when
you
we have
corny
interlap
with the
on a
emo-
girl.
No, it's not.
How is it possible that grown men could let something like that leak over to the airwaves? Now, a part of me do feel like, and it's kind of going to get revealed later in the conversation, that Joe Budden does this on purpose. Joe Budden triggers and sets people off on purpose. And educated Tyrone down there saying Joe Budden is disingenuous. Yeah, he is being disingenuous, but the biggest problem is his homeboy. What's his name? What's the other guy's name? I don't know the other character's name on this show. His homeboy is going to frame it like he's mad at Joe Budden for lying and gaslighting, and I think Joe Budden is, but the fact of the matter is coming off like he's just being emotional because Joe Budden messed with one of his chicks. It's going to come, it's no other way around it. In that type of situation, your best and only play is just to say nothing, do nothing, give no commentary to it. Just be cool. Let's be chill. If it ain't your woman, whatever. You can tell your homie his name is Ish. Oh, okay. Arm just told me in the back in the private chat his name is Ish. All right. Oh, and shout out to you for putting that out there too, Jake Zero. You you can communicate to him that, yeah, I think you're lying, but oh well, no big deal. Yeah, I think you knew I messed with her, but oh well, no big deal. But you're gonna see how there's a lying, gaslighting aspect of this that Joe Budden be on, and he always have fallouts with all of his co-hosts, everyone except Melissa Ford. Melissa Ford can do no wrong. Even when she do wrong to Joe Budden, she can do no wrong.
About the girl, it's about you lying.
Then why don't you believe your friend?
Because you fucking lying. You've admitted this to me before.
Exactly. I'm
You
done.
changing
I
your
rest my
story
case.
for the pod.
I rest my case.
You changing
I
your
rest my
story to
case.
look innocent for the pod. Nigga, we've had this conversation about this bitch
I rest my
before.
case.
See, now that's what he's saying right there. We talked about it before. We knew what it was. You changing it up to try to trigger some stuff on the podcast or to look innocent. I do think Joe Budden do be on that. But the overall situation with it, if they had a situation where he messed with a chick and then Joe Budden messed with a chick, it's like if you don't care about the chick like he claimed, then you shouldn't have no emotion for it. You just understand that the man that you work for is a liar, and you make a decision whether or not you're going to work for him, and then you move on. It's just that simple. But he's going down this rabbit hole, and he's getting mad and more. Joe Budden going to get the most emotional with this whole thing. But he's going down this rabbit hole and getting more and more emotional and more yelling and more amped up. Like that is nothing good at the end of that. There's no light at the end of that tunnel.
JBP, where would you be without the JBP?
Horrible potting. I won't even talk about that.
I don't know what buttons they got pushing, making that noise. I didn't push that. That was them. They got a jingle playing in the background when people arguing. That's actually funny.
This shit on the pod.
I rest my case. I totally rest my case. I don't even have these talks. I don't even have these type of talks with nobody but him.
Bro, you brought this shit up, bro.
Yes.
So stop saying I don't have these talks if you bringing it up.
It's funny to me.
See, that's the gaslighting. He's saying, I don't even have these kind of talks, but he's the one that initiated the conversation.
Until I know that you have true emotions behind this. Duh. You just screamed to the top of your lungs.
And you didn't.
You didn't let me finish.
Nigga, you was screaming off mic.
You're still not letting me finish.
You was screaming off mic, beating the tables and all that dumb shit. And then you try to make me look emotional for the pod. Bro, stop.
I'm not done with my sentence.
Stop.
You screaming to the top of your lungs that I shouldn't have kissed the girl. And you trying to say that you don't have emotions behind it.
Do I give a fuck about that girl?
Then why'd you just say it?
I'm asking you a question.
I don't know.
You do know.
I don't know.
Now this is where you get goofy. Nigga, you've known me for a long enough time to know I don't give a fuck about that girl.
I don't know
you
who
do
niggas give a
you
fuck.
You do know.
I know that.
Now you love
I would hope that you don't.
I'm asking Joseph Anthony Button Jr., does Antoine Murray give a fuck about that girl?
I said I don't.
You know it's serious when he quoting the full government name like he is mama. he got in full mama mode on him. Said the full name. We gotta run that back.
I would hope that you don't.
I'm asking Joseph Anthony Button Jr., does Antoine Murray give a fuck about that girl?
That's that. Joseph Anthony Button Jr., get in there and clean that room. Yeah. Like this is a situation where once you hear it from beginning to end, you can kind of tell that Joe Budden was kind of on some bull. So it's like you want to defend the guy ish, but at the same time, he's so wrapped up and caught up and argumentative and in his emotions with this whole thing. It does beg the question, like, wait, hold on. You said you don't care about the chick and you just confronting him because he be lying. He be gaslighting and whatnot, but you so amped up on this, it do sound like you care about the girl. It do sound like it's an ongoing situation where you start hollering at a chick and she feeling you, but then she meet Joe Budden, the more famous celebrity person whose name is on the title or the awning, the marquee of the podcast, and then now she start messing with him. It seems like it's an ongoing thing. And then Joe Budden like, man, I don't be messing with chicks after y'all mess with them, but they like, yes, you do. Quit saying you don't when you do. That's a whole situation when there's somebody who got, more status in the group of friends. One guy got more status than the other one, and he can get more ladies than the other one. Do he sit there and, when you see your friend who ain't on like you got a chick, do you use your status to try to scoop her up? I mean, that's where it's a punk move. If you, pulled something like that, that's where it's a punk move where he got right to say, yeah, Joe Budden, you on some bull. But he's saying it ain't about the chick. It's about you lying about it, which sounds suspect. It all sounds suspect. And the fact that they can let all of this leak out, it's just really, like, what's wrong with these dudes?
Said I don't know.
No,
I'm saying no.
You know, I don't give
But
a
he
fuck
asked
about
me.
that girl.
I know.
He's
I know.
lying.
I'm just.
No,
He's
if
lying.
it's
In these
2024,
conversations,
you
I want
scream.
everybody to know on the world, these conversations don't be about a girl.
It's the principle.
It don't
correct?
be about a girl. It's be about
It's
a
about the
nigga
kiss.
saying that they don't do something
No.
or they do
And then he
something
gives an
and not
example, and
standing
then that's where it
on
went.
what they say they do or don't do.
But he can't
That's what
give
these
the
conversations be
example
about.
because the woman he's talking about is from the sewer like Das Effects. I do not know her from you, nigga.
No.
I don't know her from you. I'm sorry, other niggas had your bitch outside.
It wasn't my bitch.
Then shut the fuck up in 2020.
You sound dumb. You sound stupid. You sound do
And then he
something
gives an
and not
example, and
standing
then that's where it
on
went.
what they say they do or don't do.
This people be lightweight. People be trying to accuse, saying that the dudes in the manosphere is unhinged and this or that or blah blah blah. Like, nah, that was a serious meltdown. That was something serious. That's defying words. I'm just running it back.
He can't
That's what
give
these conversations
the
be
example
about.
because the woman he's talking about is from the sewer like Das Effects. I do not know her from you, nigga.
No.
I don't know her from you. I'm sorry, other niggas had your bitch outside.
It wasn't my bitch.
Then shut the fuck up in 2020.
You sound dumb. You sound stupid. You sound stupid.
Fuck up in 2020.
You sound bitch.
Then shut the fuck up in 2020.
You sound dumb. You sound bitch.
Then shut the fuck up in 2020.
Oh man. You saying his show must be on decline for his antics. I don't know to what degree that's true. I hear he got the #1 podcast. Maybe you could be #1 and still be on decline. You could still have some fall off. Stuff like that can happen. You said clip that. Yeah, clip the shut the fuck up in 2024. Whenever somebody starts saying something wild, just play that part. Shut the fuck up in 2024. He called that a simp seizure. Ah, man. Like, that's as bad as it gets right there. That's legitimately as bad as it gets in terms of an on-air meltdown. No other way around it. They're going to talk like, oh, it ain't about the woman. It's about you lying about it. I wasn't lying about it. This shit is about a woman. It's about a woman.
You sound dumb. You sound stupid. You sound stupid. It's not my bitch. You sound dumb, my nigga. All this performative shit you doing, it sounds stupid. Again, we talk about what we would and won't do.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
And then when niggas contradict themselves, what they do is move the goalpost to justify them saying I would or wouldn't do something.
No, you moving it because you're emotional.
I'm not.
I think you are. I'm entitled to my opinion. I think you're emotional.
He did. He just legit called this man emotional after he just had a 6-year-old, 5-year-old can't get no candy. The mama won't buy him no candy at Walmart. Temper tantrum on the floor in aisle 6. He just came back, sat down. He just came back and sat down and said, "You being emotional." Like he seriously just charged this man up with being emotional. The man who just did this
Had your bitch outside.
It wasn't my bitch.
Then shut the fuck up in 2020.
You sound dumb. You sound stupid. You sound stupid. It's not my bitch.
He about to come back, sit down, and call this man emotional.
Shit you doing, it sounds stupid. My nigga, like, again, we talk about what we would and won't do.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
And then when niggas contradict themselves, what they do is move the goalpost to justify them saying I would or wouldn't do something.
No, you moving it because you're emotional.
I'm not.
I think you are. I'm entitled to my opinion. I think you're emotional. You sweating, your face is red. I think
not
you're emotional
sweating at
about
all.
this bitch. It don't matter. That's what I think.
You just do something. So you're not emotional?
I'm
You been beating shit off mic, so that's not performative for the pod. You smacking and fucking about to break the marble. Who's emotional here?
People that I love.
Who is
Pause on him saying you've been. Never mind. He said something that could be interpreted as suspect. But let's keep in mind, there's an aspect of this where I do believe Joe Budden be putting on, and like he's all but said that he be starting shit to try to get, to get some controversy going, to get, getting the algo, so to speak. He accused other people of doing it, but then in an honest moment, he will admit that he do it. So there's an aspect of this where I do want to say he's doing that, but if homeboy is saying that he was pounding the table behind the scenes, if he was pounding the table behind the scenes, it's like, how do you then come on and then try to spin this like somebody is lying? He basically said behind the scenes, you said one thing, you was pounding the fist on the table saying another thing, but now you're saying something else now that we're on the air. It's almost like he does this to try to set his co-host off. And it's a crazy thing because everybody he's ever had as a co-host, and he been in his pod, he's made more money, been more successful as a podcaster than a rapper. But everybody he's been doing this with, every guy that he does this with, he has a fallout with him. He has a fallout with him. Give it enough time, there will be a fallout. It's going to happen. Everybody's safe but Melissa Ford. She could come on there and accuse other men of sex trafficking minors and all kind of stuff. She can do what she want to do. Joe Budden is good. I mean, everybody else is good. Melissa Ford is good. Everybody else is the issue.
Not performative for the pod. You smacking the fucking about to break the marble. Who's emotional here?
People that I love.
Who's emotional? Who's emotional here?
Oh, we are. I end with this. The people that
I love this pod.
This nigga's a fucking
the
kook,
people
yo.
that I love. I don't talk about who they kissed. Man, this nigga.
All right. Grab the clip from somebody else. I don't know who this is. Fellas, it's a legitimate conversation that shouldn't have to be had, but apparently somewhere people haven't had the conversation when it comes to you got homeboys, you mess with a chick, they mess with a chick. Typically the rules are if it's just a random chick you just get some random stuff with, typically the rules are it does not matter. Those are typically the rules. Clearly it was some violations and each side is denying the violations. That's clearly what's happening there. Because if somebody is unemotional, don't care, it ain't my woman, but you're mad about it, you saying, I didn't do that. Yes, you did. No, you didn't. Yes, you did. It's like, I don't understand how men can get to that point. Of a chick, he called her a gutter rat. He said she ain't mine. Everybody agreed that this is just a random, but everybody mad. And they literally just let that just blow up and happen on the air. Stuff is wild. Got a lot of things on the slate today. We're going to touch back on that one some more. We want to keep it moving because today might be a shorter one. We'll see. We'll see if we do a panel because I'm on so late. We'll see if we do a panel. But I do want to move quickly through the top. Where the hell is that? Hold up. There we go. Do want to move quickly through this. This was important right here. Shaquille O'Neal, who normally say simp stuff. Normally, like y'all was calling Joe Budden a simp in the chat room. Shaq be just as simpish. Let's make no mistakes about that. Before I give him credit for saying something right, we must first acknowledge that Shaq be simping. Shaq is the same person who said that, his whole empire, everything he built, he just gonna give it to his daughters. My sons got to go out and build their own. Apparently, this man who's amassed all this wealth doesn't understand how generational wealth works. Kind of you want it to go through the sons, people that's gonna maintain the family last name. But black people be talking about generational wealth, and it ain't even generations. It's just baby mamas and some kids, and it's like. So that's the goofy thing about this, about him doing that whole thing. He can say a lot of simping stuff. But this was actually Gotta give Shaq, one of the greatest of all time, NBA legend. Gotta give him props on what he said here. And of course, I got no audio. So let's refresh. Let's refresh. There we go.
Open up to a woman?
Yeah.
Never. No, never.
When's the last time you think you've opened up to a woman?
We don't.
Your whole life?
Bro, I'm telling you.
Man, got players like I could, me and him related.
Yeah.
It's our first time meeting,
Yeah,
but
I can tell you guys, there's some connection here.
Oh, no.
If they going to tell you can't.
Because you know why?
But it's a trap.
Because you know why?
I'm trapped like a motherfucker.
No, I'm going to tell you why. Because once you do, whenever something go down, they're going to throw it back in your face.
Well, that's
why. That's why. So you.
This guy is saying I've had that happen, but he's still sitting there saying, asking him about it as if he don't even understand it. Like a lot of men are like that. They can experience some stuff and then still turn around and be like, well, why don't you just do this? Like, what happened when you did it?
Can't ever.
That's why you crackers. Your dad
Yeah.
left.
Open up to.
All right, now here's the deal with that. I got a related video with this that really hits the mark with it. But even when you dealing with a bad woman, she just not that good of a woman, kind of a bad person. You open up with her about something, you expose her a weak spot, a chink in your armor. She know a place where she can hit you where it hurts. But even when you talk, even the better women, the ones who are on the more decent side, you would call a good woman, even with those ones, they may not hit you where it hurt, but they still will see, observe, and acknowledge that weakness. They will see that weakness in you. That just a little small hint of respect drops off you every time you show some type of vulnerability. An example of that is right here.
Yeah. You're trying to cry now.
Yeah. Hold on. This was on the show Jubilee. I had a hard time finding the original clip, but I lifted this off of Abby and Preet. Check out what happened right here.
Yeah. You're trying to cry now? No, I lost my best friend this year, so it's still been a hard thing for me. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Like, you made me think about it.
They asked him some goofy question about, something that you've been through or a hard time that you've had, recently. Like, what is something that you recently had to overcome or something like that? They floated a question out there like that, and then he should have lied and said, "No, I'm good. I had to, I jump over every mountain in front of me. I don't know what you talk. I run through mountains in front of me. I ain't had to overcome nothing." But they asked him that, and then he told the truth. He opened up. He was honest. He was vulnerable.
Yeah. You're trying to cry now? No, I lost my best friend this year, so it's still been a hard thing for me. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Like, you made me think about it. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Can we give him a hug? I'm sorry.
I feel so bad.
Oh, giving them hugs. Somebody bringing them some Kleenex. Oh, it's so cute. Oh.
Oh my God.
It's hard. I'm on drug. Oh my God. That's my brother.
I think that was Abby and Preach who added the sad violin right there. That's they wrong for that. They wrong for that.
Fifth.
Hold on, that was bad play. RM added that Tyrese stuff. You can't overlay the video I'm playing. Come on. Let's back that up. Hold on. Let's back it up.
Appreciated his honesty and vulnerability.
We missing the you put that over the money shot. Hold on.
Appreciated his honesty and appreciated his honesty.
I can't even get back. Okay.
Oh my God, my brother.
All right, here we go.
I really appreciated his honesty and vulnerability.
1 hour later. Fifth, we have West.
Told you.
At 7.
Moral of the story. He was the first one that got eliminated. Everybody else who just kept they cool, they ain't open up about the time that they pet dog Scruffy died or nothing. They didn't tell nothing. They didn't tell nothing personal. They ain't talk about how they felt after their dad walked out on them and all. No, they They just said, "No, I'm good. I'm cool." This man told the truth about a friend he died and started thinking about it, got emotional, and they admit, "Nah, hell no." They immediately said, "Hell no." You see, he messed up and he thought that show, and by them asking him that question, that they had, provided a safe space for him to be vulnerable and open up and share his feelings. They be talking like they want men to talk like that, walk like that, think like that, and act like that, but they know that dry up everything down there. They know they want absolutely positively nothing to do with that. They know that. Like it's end of, no questions asked. You can't do that. Men, absolutely positively not allowed to show those type of vulnerabilities. All that stuff that they say they won't. They're gonna see it as weakness. This wasn't even a situation as a relationship where she's just looking at him, she's seeing him as weak, losing some respect for him. This is just a situation, just the mere fact that he was right there and he was, that they saw him crying. They saw him have a hard situation that he went to thinking about, and it made him cry. That was enough right there to where, his weakness was exposed. Weakness was exposed. Now, do y'all remember? Now, why can't I get that down? Do y'all remember when I have always, hold on, that's what I'm trying to move. Y'all remember when I've always told y'all? Gotta I don't got good segues for this one. I just got a lot of different things on my mind that I wanted to talk about. But do y'all remember when I've told y'all that when it comes to this is something that the LGBT community talk about, how high the trans for black trans women, how high the control alt delete rate is for black trans women. I remember when I've told y'all about that. Yeah, I remember when I gave y'all my theories about why it's so high. Check. Here we go. Where is it at? Check this out.
The burden of having to talk about my transness. I hate the burden of having to talk about my transness on the first or even the second date.
Wow. You would let me take you out twice.
Well, this is ideal.
Right. And not say, just so you know.
If we met out and about, yeah, I'm more likely to hold off longer. Now, online, if I'm like on an app or something, I put it in my profiles. Like, I don't play that game.
No, but I met you at...
Now, keep in mind, this dude here, he's as a liberal, left-leaning simp as they probably come. As they get, he's one of those he's one of those Mark Lamont Hill types. He's one of those men can be women types, or men can have babies, I should say. He's one of those. He's hearing this, even though he's a dude that's liable to say men can have babies. He's hearing this, and it ain't registering with him. It ain't registering.
Now, online, if I'm like on an app or something, I put it in my profiles. Like, I don't play that game.
No, but if I met you at a bar, restaurant, whatever, Raquel, so beautiful, can I take you out? Sure.
It varies, but I'm not going to be like, can you take me out? Sure. Oh, by the way.
It's that bad out there. Bad two ways. Bad because one, they actually think like that. Secondly, is bad if dudes don't be knowing. I don't like to play that game. But I feel like I know. I want to say I know. But either way it go, for dudes who can't tell and don't know, and she talking about she don't like the pressure of having to say something on like the first or second date. They get 2 dates in, you ain't said nothing. By the third date, dudes, that even the take you out, wine and dine you dudes get impatient when it comes around time of the third date. That's when he's trying to bring it back to the house, and she gonna See, that's how they get me. She is he gonna tell while before they get together again, or is this news gonna be broken? You know, when he get her when he get him back to the house, like when. That's why you call. No, don't throw coffee dating into this. That's why you don't coffee date just in case you got a penis. We got to go on a coffee date to keep the cost down because we want to make sure that I don't overspend on a woman with testicles. No, that coffee dates serve a different purpose, a more practical purpose, even with actual women with ovaries and vaginas. Coffee dates still serve a purpose. We in an even worse place if the coffee date is just let me examine the situation and make sure that there's that my testicles are my balls are the only balls in the game. No. No. That's wild. We got to start telling chicks in 2024. We're keeping expenses down on the dates until I confirm that you have a real vagina that came factory off the market. You have factory vagina because them aftermarket vaginas. It's some aftermarket vaginas out there. Yeah, that's what we got to do. But this dude, this Panderson dude, is like hell to the gnaw. Yeah, King Camo. That's more or less what I was trying to say. My balls are the only ones allowed on this court. All right. It's so funny. Corey Holcomb was just basically saying he was in a situation. He was on stage. He could have been making up a story, telling a joke, but I mean, it seemed realistic. Maybe, kind of. It could have been a joke, but he was talking about it on his show where he was on stage and he was doing his comedy thing, and he said, "Yeah, sometimes do be flirting with a woman, and when I'm doing my shows, I'll be cracking jokes, but be flirting on stage or whatever." And then one of the chicks, it was a transgender there, and what was there with a real woman. Okay, they're sitting next to each other. He's flirting with the real woman. She had a trans friend that she came with, but he was like, I'm still that ain't gonna get in the way of me flirting with the woman that got factory parts and everything. So yeah, he was flirting with her. It happens to be the case that his homeboy tapped him like, "Hey, I think that's a man," and he like, "No, that was her friend was a man." He's like, "No, I think they both were men," and he's like, "Oh hell no." So they go and carry on with it. They go and carry on with it. They didn't ever meet up after that, but they exchanged numbers. He said he was, so long story short, he was in a legitimate situation where he's like, I actually like this person, but given the times we in right now, he basically like, look, you just got to send me a picture of it. You got to give me a picture of that monkey before we can proceed forward. I clearly like you, you like me. I need to see a picture of that factory vagina. The factory vagina. I need to see it. That's what that must be where we at.
Varies, but I'm not gonna be like, can you take me out? Sure. Oh, by the way, I'm trans. Like, I might do that, but I don't feel obligated.
What the hell she mean might? He mean might. See, that's how they get you.
I'm trans.
Can I take you out? Sure.
It varies, but I'm not going to be like, can you take me out? Sure. Oh, by the way, I'm trans. Like, I might do that, but I don't feel obligated to do that all the time.
It's interesting that you say you don't feel obligated.
I hate the
Remember what I said about that high control alt deletion rate for trans women? Not condoning anything, but all I'm saying I think it's high for a reason. Or I just think that high rate does not equate to a high rate of hate crimes. They try to, smuggle that in with hate crime, but it's more like a crime of passion. If you was getting passionate in the moment and you found out the hard way what was going on down there. That's more or less what's going on. He said they take themselves out. That's a whole nother conversation. Because there's a book out there, a woman who actually investigated this stuff real thoroughly. She was doing interview tours. She got interviewed by a lot of people. Her book was out, She basically said, because you know how they say the self-deletion rate for them is pretty high. They say that. But she actually, ran the numbers on that and pointed out that it's not that it's high because of the way society treats them and how they feel and blah, 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 blah. It's not just astronomically high. What she said is it's higher than the average mentally healthy person. But when it comes to people who have some type of mental illness, the trans control alt self-deletion rate is equal to everyone else. I mean, I'm sorry. The trans control alt deletion rate is equal to everybody who has a mental illness of some sort. That's what she put it out there. And that's saying a whole lot. Because, the argument against that is that, when people say, no, it's not really a real thing, it's some type of mental illness, their control alt self-deletion rates are the same as everybody else who has some type of mental illness. And that's interesting. You can take that to mean whatever you think it means, whatever you want it to mean, but there's that. Now, and I don't got, I don't got that ready. But I do got to play something. I got to get something up for y'all. I don't know how I didn't have that ready.
Hold up.
Yeah, here we go. I got to pull something up for y'all. Because one, I got to play something that y'all have seen before, but it's attached to something else. Because a chick, y'all remember this chick here. The chick that I chopped and screwed a conversation that she had with Kevin Samuels. This chick was actually on Kevin Samuels. She's actually back at it again. Did something else to go viral. But I want y'all to know who we talking about here. So I do got to get this pulled up and ready to roll. All right. It's this chick right here. I'm going to play this clip right here just to... Damn, I got to drop myself off the screen. I'm going to play this clip right here just to refresh y'all about who the hell we dealing with here when we play this next clip.
Gains value.
But
so what product on the market gains value with age and use?
Age and use. But we're not objects, though.
Okay, let's see. You didn't.
It's hard to have.
Okay, that's. We can do it that way, but see, you're not being. That's the disingenuous answer.
I don't think it's just.
Okay.
But
okay. You understand. Regardless, don't get stuck on the word product. You understand the sentence.
Of course.
So what on the market gains value with age and use?
If you guys know something in the comments, please feel free.
That was like just extra funny because she literally did. It's so funny that you could do that on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You could either phone a friend, you could make it a 50-50 where they'll leave two answers up there, or you can get the suggestions from the audience. She literally went to the damn audience. That's too funny. That's too damn funny.
The answer is nothing.
All right. This chick is back at it again. This chick is back at it again. She just recently popped up on the scene with
A lot of conversation about the disadvantage.
Hold on. She had recently, where I'm at, she had recently popped back up on the scene doing, basically giving her update since the Kevin Samuels conversation and how she broke up with the alleged boyfriend that she had and all of that, and she put her own value on herself and blah, 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 blah. Now she's posting this. She's talking about the disadvantages of pretty privilege, saying being pretty is not for the weak, because being pretty, it's so hard. Now, she do look good on her Instagram pictures, but, right here, she's just looking, just, cute, just nice, cute chick. But, I mean, but damn, like, I'm just saying you're not the poster child for pretty privilege. I mean, but, she's attractive, but, it's like, damn, really?
There's not a lot of conversation about the disadvantages of being attractive. One, as a woman, you will have a hard-ass time making friends. I've met people who gravitate towards me because I'm attractive, because they think in proximity they will get some of my privileges. I've had friends that cut me off out of the blue for literally no reason. I have...
You're probably a bad person. You're probably a bad friend. It's plenty of things, plenty of reasons why somebody could possibly not like you. Like how, I don't even use the terms narcissistic. I barely know what it means. But how self-centered is that? If somebody stopped dealing with you, oh, it must be because I'm just so awesome. I'm just so pretty. They just couldn't bear to be around me. They thought they were going to get some benefits from standing next to somebody as pretty as me.
Friends that have told me to humble myself. It's going to be hard to date. I've met men who just want to be with me to be a trophy. I've had boyfriends who have not been able to deal with the amount of attention I get and therefore take it out on me.
I think that's some more of that fake news, like when they say that the man who has something to say about what a woman does, about the woman that he's with, if the guy is questioning, what you're doing, why you going out dressed like that, or no, you can't just go on some little single ladies trip with your friend, or blah blah blah, that guy gets called insecure. I made the argument in the last show that that's actually a secure man who's secure in where he stands as a man and secure in that relationship to where he could tell you something you don't like. It's the insecure man that just lets it ride. I also think that's another variation of that argument that they try to spin on you, where they try to say that if you are, if you can't deal with the amount of attention that she's getting, like that's the problem. That's an insecurity in you. And when men get with an attractive woman, they can't deal with all the attention that she draws. No, I don't think it's that. I think that's a spin move because they are out doing stuff. They are out courting attention. Because they're, if a chick is just out just real bad, she knows that there's always a potential better deal out there. So she may not just be out there throwing it at dudes, but she's going to court or entertain a potential better deal. She's going to hear what he got to say. She's going to, take the time to casually, not overtly, but just casually see, what is this dude about? What is he offering? Is this something better right here? She's going to do a chick who really bad like that. I don't know if this chick bad like that, but a chick who bad like that is more likely to try to do that. And then when a guy call her on it, then it's this insecure man can't deal with all the attention that this pretty woman getting. And a lot of men go for that, where they try to say, no, don't mess with them dimes, even them eights and them nines. They get so much attention from men, you ain't gonna be able to deal with that. They for the streets, they for everybody. I understand the argument, but I think women use that argument disingenuously. They try to use that as a way to ultimately try to get the man that they're with to turn his brain off. And not, have his normal standards or expectations out of his woman. That's what that is.
Stalked. I've been followed home. I've been stalked by ex-boyfriends. I've been groped. I've been graped. I've been assaulted. I've been raped. of attention I get, and therefore take it out on me. I've been stalked. I've been followed home. I've been stalked by ex-boyfriends. I've been groped. I've been...
Okay, just for the record, it's regular, average, slightly above average, normal, cute chicks that have situations with dudes where a dude may grope them, a dude may be a little too aggressive, too this, too that, and all the whole works. Like this ain't just a problem. Even if I accept or concede the problem, because I understand that what she's saying is the problem, but they exaggerate the degree of it. There's some dudes out there who be wilding, who crazy and all of that, but they exaggerate the degree of it. But that ain't no exclusive pretty privilege problem. Like this is a situation where, assuming that she fits that bill of outright prettiness, that like she just that damn pretty, assuming that she fits that bill, this is a situation where, yeah, see, Jackie said she's been stalked. She said I've been stalked, and she's basically looking. So Jackie, basic looking Jackie has been stalked. So yeah, we can call her Basic Jackie. Some type. All right. Hashtag Basic Jackie. All right. All right. All right.
Raped. I've been assaulted.
I'm ignoring the part about her saying she's been raped, but I don't think there's a. I'm not ignoring it. That's just stupid. Like, truth be told, what she's saying is actually more misogynistic than the stuff that we say over here. You know, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of women who fall on the scale of unattractive that have had that happen to them. And here she is talking about, and I've been raped and blaming it on like that's in a convoluted misogynistic kind of way. That's de facto saying that ugly look at you, nobody would rape you. I'm not going to believe that happened to you because look at you. If you look like me, then maybe, but who would do that to you? It's like that's kind of what she's saying. It's kind of going down that path if somebody wanted to be really petty with it. And I didn't even read the comment section, but I'm sure it's somebody who's, a 4-3-2 or worse that has probably had that happen to them, and she just dismissing their experience. So that's what we get charged up with when we dismiss, when they throw out their accusations randomly. We get charged up with not believing them, because the story sounds shaky. She's basically going down that path. If somebody wanted to be petty, they can make that argument.
Been through a lot because I'm attractive. It's not for the weak. And when people talk about pretty privilege, yes, I will get a free meal. I will get free entry. I will get preferential treatment. A lot of times I don't have to pay for stuff. That's great. But I wouldn't say it's comparable to the amount of detriments being attractive has put me in. Lord knows I'm very grateful that my mother picked an attractive sperm donor that gave me this face, but it has definitely made life a bit more challenging. When you are an attractive person, especially an attractive woman, you will need to walk around and protect yourself physically, mentally, everyly, from everyone.
Physically, mentally, everyly, from everyone. Wow. Wow.
Because they will be attracted to you. They will be coming for different reasons, and you're going to have to be able to keep them away.
The sperm donor, you know what? I was naive enough to think that maybe, just maybe, her mom did actually go through a sperm donor, but no. I think she's talking her actual. It was. I'm thinking it wasn't a sperm donor. I'm thinking it was just her father, just her actual father. Yeah. I think she just called him a sperm donor. It wasn't, wasn't no in vitro fertilization sperm bank situation. She's calling the man who her mom, had sex with to produce her. She's calling him a sperm donor.
Woman who's attractive, you need to learn how to defend yourself. I'm in the gym 5 times a week, getting strong as fuck in case somebody walks up on me, they're gonna get. You need to learn how to read people. You need to pay attention to your surroundings. You need to not get gas late at night. You need to be on your P's and Q's, and you need to be extremely intelligent. I once had someone pretend to be a business, sent me an email saying that they would fly me and my brand, I have a swimsuit line, to another country to do a photo shoot. Everything seemed extremely legitimate. They even sent photos of other women that will be attending the event. They fucked up because one of the women in the photos is someone I know. I messaged them. They had no idea what I was talking about. This pervert was trying to lure me out to another country to do God knows what with me. This is what you get for being attractive.
It's like the stuff that they post. They don't listen to they self-talk. They don't. Now, the getting flued out thing, if it was some flued out scam, yeah, Pretty Woman is more likely to deal with that. But everything else she's talking about is normal stuff. Normal stuff. Now, that situation that she's describing about the getting flued out thing, Dubai, if it, you gotta do Dubai offer. That's really what that was. You got a Dubai offer, and your better judgment came in, and you turned it down. But that's what it was. They probably ain't even lie. They don't gotta lie to get chicks out there. Now the ones who doing that, they know how to get them out. You said 5, maybe a 6. Now she got better looking. That ain't the best look of her. I've seen her on camera looking better than that before. I can't say 5 or 6 with that one. It's just, she adorned herself in not the best of lights to be trying to make a statement about pretty privilege. Just put it like that. I'll just say that. Basic Jackie, she said country and gods know what. I don't even know what y'all talking about. It's just you said Basic Jackie, and so I just so I had to read that one. You said, yeah, she looked better. Yeah, she looked much better when she was on KS. Her Instagram looked good. I mean, I've she looked better. She looked good on her Instagram. I can't hold her up on that one. It'd be some the work that women put in to take an Instagram picture, like that amount of work, like it's like the ones who like really do Instagram and do it for real and do it tough, that man, it take them 30 minutes sometimes just to get one picture, or just to get one, like put it like this. The little 5 minutes, or not even 5 minutes, 5 seconds that you see, 10 seconds that you see when they on Instagram, they make like just a little 10-second Instagram reel, a 5-second reel. That whole situation, sometimes it'd be damn near a whole day of planning with them getting their outfit together, getting their makeup together, getting their hair and their stylist and all that together. They get everything just right. They go to the right place, the right setting, the right time. They try to get everything set up perfectly. Like they put so much into that 10 seconds. So you do gotta almost caution it whenever you say, oh yeah, she looked good on her Instagram. I mean, she do look good on her Instagram, but you gotta grain of salt it with that one. I mean, it's been a minute since I've been, on dating apps. But yeah, however I thought they looked when on Tinder, I automatically in my mind deducted, at least a 1.5 points. At least that wherever they looked, I just deducted a point and a half, and proceeded forward. We ain't gonna let a point and a half get in the way of this. She was only a 5, but we ain't gonna let her. We're not gonna let a point and a half knock her down to a 3.5. We're not gonna let that point and a half get in the way of it. She started out at 5, but everything's still a go, even with a point and a half deduction. Everything's still a go. But no, that's how it is. That's what it be. That's legitimately what it be. Now, where we at? The next edition and installment of Getting Woke and Going Broke. You might not catch this one. Actually, somebody gave me some inside information on this one.
I feel like I'm witnessing in real time the erasing of plus size women. Now,
she said the erasing of plus size women. All right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but does anybody else feel me about like feeling like we're going back to like the early 2000s? I feel like I'm back in the Jenny Craig era. I feel like I'm back in the Slim Fast era. Plus size models are not getting booked. They are not being seen. They're
now what you talking about there in the early 2000s. When it came to the early 2000s, clothes were smaller because, well, women were smaller. So a large back then was smaller than what a large is now. A large today is probably like a medium right now. Or I would even argue if a woman gets buy something and it say extra large, if it say a 2X large for a woman, that's the 2X large today was probably the large in 2000, definitely in the 90s. All right. So they're changing all of the sizes. I've even seen, I took some pictures of it, but I didn't even think to do content on it. It might be still in my phone. I'll probably send it to Game Changer so he can do it. Because I know they don't got these out in Cali where he lives, but we got fat mannequins out here. Like it's like you go into a store and you look the mannequins. It be some fat ass mannequins. Like they make our mannequins fat out here in Michigan.
They're nowhere. I'm not seeing them like I used to. Like I feel like we are going back in time. And I know I can't be the only one that feels this way. I feel like for a split second, I was seeing tons of it. I was seeing the inclusivity and everything that these brands are talking about. I'm not seeing it. And when I am seeing it, it's BBL aesthetic. Like it's, which is fine, but it's like, who is that representing? A small percentage of women. Like, you're just taking a BBL and putting it on a larger body.
All right. Now, what you got to understand, and what went over my head when I first listened to this, but somebody explained to me, when she's talking about the fashion industry and those brands, she's talking about brands that make, the really nice, well, I don't know if it's nice, but they're major brand names, and they put their clothes on models, and their clothes are really expensive and being sold, out on Rodeo Drive and in big cities at the fancy, the fancy clothing stores that people go to. They were trying to be inclusive when it came to plus size women. All right. They were trying to be all inclusive. The problem came in is that they started losing money. The reason that they started losing money, because all the data and stats you can find on this, is that people with more money who are more successful and affluent, they are also more likely to be thin. People who are poor are more likely to be fat. It's a crazy upside down thing in America where rich people are skinny and poor people are fat. Don't make no sense, but that's America. What ultimately happened is those major designer brands who tried to be all inclusive and start making all these clothes and plus size women sizes and everything, they making clothes for basically fat chicks and the whole works and everything. What they found out is that nobody was really buying that stuff, because when it comes to just the amount of population of women that are that size, they can't even afford. They were making designer clothes for people who couldn't even afford the stuff. Because the women that got money and the men who it's weird, get real messed up. The men who buy the stuff for those women, the men who buy expensive designer clothes for women are buying them for women of a certain size. And the women who can afford it themselves are typically of a certain size. So the whole fashion industry basically went woke and now they're going broke. And now she's sitting there not understanding the economics of it. And she's sitting there saying that they're trying to phase out fat women. No, they're losing money trying to cater and pander to overweight women. And that is ultimately what has been going on with that. And so they're doing the whole victim thing, and they're saying that they're the whole thing of plus size is basically like the BBL look. You're talking about some wide hips, and you're talking about a size 12 ass with a size 6 waist. That's what they're talking about. That's they'll make some stuff to pander to that, because men will pay men will pay for that, and women who do got the money by hook or crook to pay for that themselves, they can afford it. But it ain't enough well-rounded chicks out there that's trying to really drop some serious money on designer clothes to try to look good for whoever the hell. It ain't enough of that going around. It ain't enough of that out there. So just like, somebody just mentioned Disney. I was just about to mention that. He says, right, fashion companies aren't Disney. Well, Disney is going broke. Ain't no other way around that. Disney is going broke. Everybody is going broke off of this inclusive stuff, not understanding that the market is what dictates it. In the words of Thomas Sowell, there's no such thing. You can't legislate or do anything to enact some type of cosmic justice that's going to make everything right, fair, and even. Open markets are going to determine what will be out there, what will exist, what will get paid for. You can't sit there and say, oh, we need more of this for, plus size women or this type of person or that type of person. No, the market creates the demand. When the market creates the demand, and then the supply comes. There's a demand for it, it gets supplied. It's basic supply and demand. They don't understand that, didn't understand that, not going to understand that. And here they are finding ultimately something else to complain about. That's basically the whole cycle. That's the whole life cycle of everything when it comes to inorganic woke stuff that didn't just naturally arise. If it naturally occurs, then that's a different thing. That is a completely different thing. If something just naturally occurs in the market and then it happens. But to try to add in an unnatural amount of anything is like not going to work. Absolutely, positively not going to work.
Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
All right. Yeah, heard it there. We've done so much for so little for so long. We are now qualified to do anything with nothing. Those are the words of Machismo TV. The link to that should be pinned to the top. Make sure if you're not subscribed to Machismo TV, make sure you get over there and do that. I am tentatively saying, this is a tentative announcement where I'm going to actually work on getting this thing popping live in the morning, Monday through Friday. When I first started my show, I went live every day, 9 a.m., and actually committed and stuck to it and was barely even on CP time. I'm going to try to get that back popping. But don't hold me to it because you might be disappointed. But we're going to see how that go. But I did want to get an afternoon show in, wanted to talk about a few things that came across the desk. But shout out to everybody hit the like button on your way out. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Peace.